5 of today, but I don't care. I want to try to get started on painting, and I'm going to try to be somewhat organized and work on this painted cover. No, I don't need your edge. Hold on. Try to work on this today. Try to find a good angle where it's out of the way, but it still has a good feel to where you can see it. Come on, Stan. You tired? Somewhat. Just trying to get a lot of work done today. There. Wolverine. Marble. There we go. And yes, I am. Somewhat. Just kind of trying to get my work done so I don't have to later. Good. Let's see. Sad. Sad face. Well, I'm sorry, but, that's just how things have to be sometimes. No matter if you're tired, you gotta do the work. No one's gonna do it for you. I found that out the hard way. So no sleep for me until I can get my work done. And plus, I need to get this painted cover done. It is for Wolverine, so I have some reference on the side pulled up. So I'm going to try to move my digital art tablet out of the way so it doesn't get damaged or stuff like that, and then move the computer right there. So yeah, well, for you it is. For me, it's still like early afternoon. So I need a bigger brush. There we go. Let me clean off my brush really quickly. That's the one problem. If I don't clean these stupid brushes, stuff sets in them. And that could screw up the painting. There we go. Sorry, I said you have a girlfriend. No, I don't. Oh, okay. No, I don't have a significant other. Why do you ask? I have a girlfriend. Oh, good for you. Takes time, yeah. Trying to get this painted. Be working on this painted Wolverine cover. It's kind of Alex Ross style. I'm using watercolors and some dried gouache. I'm really tired, but I need to get the work done today. Whatever you sent just now, I missed it, so. Okay. I said you are so tired. Yes, I am. I am tired, but I don't have the luxury of getting to go to sleep or do anything I need to do. Work comes first. And this is work. And I need to get it done. I don't get that luxury. I would play music, but I most likely would get a copyright claim. While I'm working. Move that a little bit back. There. Need to take better care of my brushes. I have some extras upstairs, but still, it's the point. Unless it's cold. Smooth out some areas. Trying to clean some stuff up. Crap. Shoot. No. No. Okay. Wait a minute. Ugh. Allow. Uramasa Blade, Marvel Comics. No. Or. God dang it. I hate the. Massive blade. How old are you? Question mark. 20. I am 20 and going on 21 in a couple months for my birthday in April. And before you ask, when I say job, I mean YouTube and I mean art. I don't mean anything else. I don't actually have a regular job. I'm not allowed to have that. I don't get that luxury. Oh, I have 14. Ah, that explains a lot. And when I say that, I don't mean it insultingly. It explains a lot. But good. Here, 14. Cool. Good to know. Sorry, I don't mean to sound rude. I'm just kind of tired. Need to get this work done. So that's why I am trying to get the painted cover for Wolverine. At least the layering of the watercolors figured out. Cool. It's been so long since I've painted. I'm very rusty. This is very frustrating. Maybe just slightly lighten certain things up. Wish I had gouache paint, like good quality gouache paint. So I can go in and tighten up the areas I feel I'm butchering. Okay, I'll pull up a video to watch while I paint. I'll turn it down, obviously, but no, freaking commercials. Where's the volume at? While I paint, I like to have something playing. Help me keep concentration. I have to work in layers. It's been a while since I've painted, so I've forgotten the basics. And of course, there's 2 freaking ads. Lovely. Not. Skip ahead. Thank you.
Alpha. And then when you get to the very end, it'd be like X of Swords, Omega. The kind of opening issue and the closing issue. And everything just kind of falls in between. And I kind of like this, right? It's an old throwback. It's kind of cool, the way that it used to be. But from there, really the way this kind of kicks off is you basically pick up with Wolverine. Wolverine basically emerging out of the pits of hell. Now, how we got here will be explained over this. It's not really required that you read the first 5 issues of Wolverine. You can if you want to. But that largely deals with the blood of Wolverine being taken by vampires and handed over to their leader Dracula, so the vampires can walk around in the day and the night. And that's basically it. Omega Red has a role in that, but it's by no means the most important thing ever. And if I'm being kind of honest, a little bit lackluster for an opening Wolverine story arc, to be quite frank. But this initially kicks off with Wolverine kind of emerging from, emerging out of the pits of hell and making this kind of comment about how, for a lot of people going to hell and back is just an expression, but for Wolverine, he's done it more than once. But the problem is that, from Wolverine's perspective, hell is a place where basically your past catches up with you. And for the mutant population, the past is catching up with Krakoa. And that's where you kind of have Wolverine talking to Krakoa itself and basically saying, like, at the end of the day, like, your voice here is the only one that really matters. But the reality of this is that you've been in existence ever since the creation of really kind of the splitting of this home island, right? And so now you have Morocco and you have Krakoa. And the issue with this is that you wanted that external gate to stay open because you knew it would ultimately lead to war, right? Maybe some kind of reunification, but you knew war would happen at some point during that process, i.e. you wanted war. The thing to understand is I will play my part here. I will go track down the Muramasa blade like I'm supposed to, but just know this, Krakoa, I don't trust you and I never will, right? I don't see you as a trustworthy being. And so what you end up getting here is kind of Wolverine giving us this little bit of a flashback, right? Like his wife Itsu, the death of Itsu, the belief that his son had died as well. Of course, his son being Daken, who didn't die and kind of went on to be raised accordingly, with the reworking of Wolverine's origin, which I never completely agree with. But you also end up having him visiting Ken Harada. And the reason why is because Wolverine wants to know where Muramasa is, right? Like, where is Muramasa gone to? The funny thing about Muramasa himself, he's fashioned different weapons and arms and armament over the course of his life. And he's been around for hundreds of years. The belief is that Muramasa is immortal, but it was never actually confirmed by Marvel Comics that he is an immortal character. Instead, like, he's basically vanished here. And the concern of Wolverine is, where has Muramasa gone? Now, the significance of the Muramasa blade is twofold. The first is the fact that, of course, it's one of the swords that has to be hunted for and used during this major conflict that Saturnine set in motion. But the other thing that's important here is that the Muramasa blade has the ability to nullify healing factors. The idea is that you could use the Muramasa blade to basically cut through Wolverine, and then to like cut his head off, and then remove, like, put the 2 pieces in 2 different locations. That was the Xavier protocols to effectively keep Wolverine dead. To separate his head from his body and to never reunify the 2 because he cannot grow back a head, right? He would just stay dead for however long that happens to be. But Ken Harada is a Silver Samurai, is a person, is probably the best person to start with because it's Silver Samurai, right? Between his knowings about the comings and goings in Japan, his swordsmanship, his times with with Muramasa, he's a person to start with. And so initially, Ken Harada's kind of pissed because he feels like he should have been the one to be tasked with tracking down the Muramasa blade. Of course, it makes sense that it would be Wolverine, right? Because Wolverine was the one who commissioned the blade to be made in the first place. That when his wife Itsu had been killed, that combined with all the experience that he had gone through before led to him going to Muramasa and saying, I need you to craft a blade for me so that if I use it, I can make God bleed. And ultimately, it took a whole bunch of years to make this sword, but when it was done, it was a sword that could kill virtually anybody, right? There really isn't anybody out there that can survive being decapitated by this sword or something like that. Now, at the end of the day, you end up having Wolverine, of course, who gets the upper hand on Silver Samurai and then says, like, tell me what you know. And that's when Harada says, all I know are rumors. Now, at this point, we switch over to Morocco, right, to the Tower of what's called Broken Will. And we're basically following the Horseman War here. And what we end up getting is that there's a person put inside this temple of broken will who's been here for 100 years, right? Well, it's 100 years in a season, so however long a season is down here in Morocco, but basically 100 years, and that this person was tasked here or put here because of the fact that this being had basically killed the husband of war somewhere along the line. And so we end up finding out that this person who's here is a guy by the name of Solomon. And the hope or the belief was that in the time that he's been here, he would have lost his mind. He would have basically gone crazy. But the funny thing about this is Solomon is as sane as ever, right? He's as sane as he's ever been. Because while he was trapped down in this tower that was designed to break his will and to drive him insane, the people who were supportive of him have actually been providing him with gifts and different things like that. Now, the motivation for Solomon killing Bracken, the husband of war, is never fully given to us. Instead, we're kind of given what are basically a series of speculations that people don't really seem to know. That all Solomon has is what's basically kind of like a self-professed agenda, right? In the sense that he is a person who enjoys gamesmanship, right? So he's a lot like the Grandmaster from Marvel Comics, but his loyalty isn't to anybody but himself, right? It's just music, flesh, and wine, and that's basically it. Sometimes blood, right? Like, really nothing more than that. But the idea was that Bracken, who was the husband of war and the father of Summoner, that the indication is that the ability of Solomon to kind of seduce other people came to bear with his ability to seduce Bracken, right? So effectively, he was had dabbled in being gay, right, and being with guys. And so the result of this is that the kind of speculation comes into play, and the sense that it's believed that the possibility was there that the whole goal of Solomon was to actually seduce war, but it couldn't be done. And so the result was that Solomon seduced Bracken and then killed him in order to get back at war, or maybe that he had made kind of an advancement towards war and war was useless. Whatever the case is, we don't really know, right? All we really know is that for whatever reason, he killed Bracken, and that kind of led him to this place. The other part of this is that that war had presented Solomon with basically the Hellblade, right? The blade of Bracken, in the hopes that having this in his possession and then losing his mind would lead to him basically killing himself, right? He would be sent directly to hell. But none of that really seems to have happened. And in fact, war is kind of shocked at the fact that none of it really seemed to happen. Right? And so with this kind of going down the way that it was, you end up having them basically approaching Solomon saying, like, the reason why we're here is because you have to track down the Muramasa wolf, right? Like, normally we would leave you here, or we might even kill you ourselves, right? But the funny thing about this is that Solomon appears to be an unkillable character, right? He seems to be someone that nobody out there can kill. And so the result is that they end up freeing him and basically say, like, you need to go and find the Muramasa wolf. Right, like that's the whole point. That's what you have to do. And so Solomon effectively kind of goes on his mission. Right? He's got 3 days to do it, and it's like, okay, then like let's go do this. Right. And so from there, you pick back up with Wolverine, kind of jumping a little bit between the past and the present. Some of this, in terms of stuff in the past, is really designed to kind of flesh out things that, for the most part, if you've been reading Wolverine for any measure of time, you already knew. But if you're new to Wolverine, you wouldn't really know a lot of that stuff. Right. But it's basically just this idea that Itsu had been killed, and that Wolverine went on a warpath trying to find Muramasa in a way to basically enact his revenge. Right. That he had an exceedingly violent life. He was basically kind of a killer for hire. And then when he met Itsu, then it basically kind of brought him back and really calmed him down. Right? It showed him that he could have a life outside of this violent life that he'd been living. And losing her kind of solidified this idea to Logan that like he could never actually find peace. That peace would always elude him for the rest of his life.
At Core Health Centers, we believe in wellness. We believe everyone should experience life pain-free. We believe it is our responsibility
Freaking
to provide the
ads.
most convenient, cost-effective chiropractic care.
Skip.
And so in his anger and in his vengeance, he ended up tracking down Muramasa and essentially having Muramasa create a blade for him. The other thing that kind of comes out of this is you end up having what's called the hand. That when he eventually located Muramasa, or at least he went to travel back to see him at some point in time, Muramasa had basically been killed in kind of a ritual sacrifice by the hand and ultimately sent to what was basically hell. And so in the moment, in the kind of present moment where Wolverine basically emerges from hell itself, this is basically the journey he went on, right? That the rumors that Ken Harada had heard were that Muramasa had basically been sent to hell or was operating in hell as an agent of the hand. And that Wolverine effectively had to travel there in order to find Muramasa, right? So that's why he just kind of wakes up in the pits here. But the hand is an interesting concept in Marvel, right? And we've talked about them before. The hand, as most of you guys know, is like a mystical ninja clan. But there's a little more to them than that. Back in the day, in feudal Japan, you had the kind of Japanese empire as it existed. But what you also had were farmers and people out there who didn't want to be part of Japanese, the Japanese empire. And so what they did is they took to the mountainsides and they started practicing different forms of martial arts that were outside of the approval of the Japanese empire. But what you ended up getting, where they were all kind of split and kind of broken and fractured and so on, that you had a guy named Kaganobu Yoshioka who basically brought them all together. together. He unified the entirety of the hand. Following that, the group started worshiping what was called the beast, and that led to the hand kind of adopting a lot of these mystical abilities and then becoming the super mystical ninja organization out there, right? These are the guys who could kill you in a locked room and nobody would know how it happened. Right? That's what's kind of crazy about these guys. And so Wolverine basically emerges from this pit, right? Emerges from this pit, finally finds Muramasa, and Muramasa's response is, "You have to save me. You have to get me out of here," because in essence, Muramasa is working for the hand, and by extension, is working for a demon, right? So it's like Wolverine versus basically like the demon of hell, right? Which is going to be kind of nuts. But with that being said, guys, we're going to bring this video to an end. If you are new here to Comments Explain, make sure you guys hit the sub button to become part of the Rob Corps. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, and I will catch you all later. Peace.
Is there any other ones? No. Go back.
Join us March 24th for National Cheesesteak Day. Get a small cheesesteak.
Shut up. Hey, Kelly. I'm having some stuff play in the background while I work on my cover painting for Wolverine. Which I'll probably get copyright claims galore for the stream, but I don't care. Need something to keep my brain occupied, so I'm not looking at the chat.
And in the last video, Wolverine was in the hunt for Muramasa. He was traveling around. They spent about 24 hours doing it, trying to find this guy. Because it was his task to locate and use the Muramasa blade as part of the Swords of X event. The thing about this is that everybody that he talked to had basically told him that Muramasa had essentially become a servant of the hand, which was kind of something that Wolverine just couldn't really get behind. Right? Because Muramasa never really seemed to be the kind of person that would serve the hand. But ultimately locating this Yomi temple that celebrated the underworld, he ended up finding that Muramasa had kind of been sacrificed in a sort of ritual sacrifice that had basically taken him, or at least been done by him. And that's when Wolverine's
What is your question?
Now, the thing about the hand, and we've talked about this before, because they usually attack in massive droves, right? They attack in just a huge, overwhelming number, basically meaning
NVM. What? I was gonna answer it. Never mind then. What? I'm paying attention. Whatever. I'm just tired. It's not like I'm trying to be rude to anybody. Based on different territories, right? And so if we use the United States as an example, it's not that far-fetched. And we said the United States is hell, then in turn, should I just end the stream then, Kelly? No, like, I don't know what. It's ruled by, like, you know, Damon Hellstrom. And Florida is ruled by somebody. It's all kind of broken up into these sections. What was never really consolidated this? They never really answered the question, like, what stops a soul in the realm of Mephisto from wandering into the soul of David? No, you're paying attention, and I forgot the question, so I'm stupid. You're fine. Hey, hey, Aragon, or I can't pronounce that right. Hey, Aaron. I'm sorry for bothering. No, you're not bothering me at all. I'm just very tired. So you're fine. I'm just trying to catch up on some projects. This is the first time I've painted in a long while. So no, I'm not mad about that at all. No worries, mate. Yeah. I'm just kind of tired. I haven't really been having the best week. Let me pause this real quick. No, you're not stupid, so don't call yourself that. That's my department. But hey, Aaron, how you doing, man? I'm gonna keep removing that because I don't like that word. I feel you being, yeah. The N word is not something to. I don't care if you're Polish. The N word is not welcome to be said. I'm not a fan of it. Okay, thank you. Enough. Sus. No, it's not. No, unless you want me to put you in timeout, I would knock it off, please. But um, but otherwise, I'm all right. What's up with you? Catching up on some projects. I've gotten a lot of my stuff printed. So what? I was working on a digital stuff earlier. Last stream like an hour ago. So I've gotten a lot of my stuff printed. Last I think yesterday and all that and I'm just very tired. I haven't had the best week. YouTube's removed my special features again. I'm very tired. Oh, very cool. Thank you. Yeah. Because I stayed up till 1 a.m. or not 1 a.m., 3 a.m. working on one of the projects. So, and then my wrist is still hurting me. Where I sprung it a couple of days ago. So that's just freaking fun. That and my birth grandfather is been in the hospital so that's lovely. It hasn't really been the best week for me lately. I've had like a lot of stuff going on, and I've had there's some family stuff I want to get into. It's just been kind of good and bad. Um, and yeah, yeah, I got. I'm really sorry you got this though, man. Yeah, honestly, the thing for me has been that I've kind of, trying to get stuff done, trying to keep my brain occupied, so like where I'm not, you know, I'm not really, you know, in the best, so I don't focus on the bad stuff. That's just been, I just kind of feel like crap and very drained. Um, and for me, it's like it's not a feeling I like feeling. Where I'm very tired and kind of, and then there's stuff with the channel that's been pissing me off lately, trying to rectify that, but it's just like at this point, it's like, it's not going to be fixed anytime soon. Because YouTube is. Plus, I'll say that when I will say that lately, I don't like being as much, like especially last night, I was not in the best mood because my head was killing me, and it still is. Just I need to give me an Advil or something, but it's just like I don't even. But honestly, it's also just I don't like being in the. I understand. It's like it's very difficult and stuff. You feel like, yeah, it's just freaking. It's a pain. Plus, I don't like. Well, let me pause this. I don't like sometimes when I'm in Lavender's chats, it's like I feel kind of invisible. Like, and plus, I don't like freaking. I know it sounds like I'm an asshole or something, but you know, I don't like, you know, very simpish behavior. It really, there's reasons why I don't like it. When I hear the thing of diss me all you want, it's like, it's not dissing, it's me being truthful. Like, I've dealt with guys like you. Or, and I'm not saying you, man. I'm saying like other people. Like, it's just like, I don't. It's why I'm not very fond of that type of behavior. It's like, because I find it very stupid and very aggravating. It's like, if you want to be, it should come from, if you want to show your appreciation, it should be from a genuine place, not a place of like coming from like, you know what, you know. I don't like him either. We both are thinking the same. Yes. And the guy, he just, it's why I freaking, you know, hate being in the chats. I find it very frustrating. He's very kind of like, it just, I don't like him. I don't care for him much, and I just find the guy, you know, in Lavender's chats very annoying, very frustrating, and just like the biggest just my thing is, you know, I'm very shut off when it comes to the idea of certain types of things, because I've dealt with guys like that in high school, and you know, and the thing is, you know, you can sit there and say, oh, I got game, I got this, I got that. You know, what you really got is a big load of dog shit. You're not genuine. You're fake as fuck. All you're looking for is to please this stupid fantasy that you have. And it's why I can't stand people like that, because it's like, there's a guy in another, sometimes I listen to ASMR stuff because you know, if I'm hitting a roadblock writing wise or stuff like that. When he arrived, it felt like he was a simp desperate for attention when he arrived. Exactly. And all she's done is feed into it. And it's kind of annoying, because it's like, I've actually been on her channel the longest, and I've done art for stuff, and like I've never asked for any type of appreciation. What makes me frustrated is that you know, the simp gets the attention, but I was actually doing art for her memberships, which I actually she's seen on Twitter. She's seen, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know, it hardly has even gotten used, or even like, I got, oh yeah, I really appreciate it and stuff like that, but I never even got the thing of like, well, actually, I think I'm going to use these because some of these look great. And it's like, it feels very unappreciated. It feels like, I know makes me sound petty, and I know it does, and I don't mean it to, but it's very frustrating, to say the least, because it's like, the reason why I don't like the simpy type behavior is, it's like, as a guy, I look down on it. You know, it's like, the girls like that were in my high school didn't like, some of them liked it and some of those didn't. I found those types of guys just very pathetic, to say the least. And for me, it's like the whole thing of him changing his name, and then going to her Twitter, then going to this and going to that. It's like I feels like I'm invisible now, and that's why I don't like being in the chats. It's because, like, I hate feeling the feeling of invisibility, because nowadays it's something I deal with constantly, because I have to compete with my own sibling, you know, and their accomplishments and stuff like that. And it's like, I already have enough problems dealing with BS of, no, it doesn't. I get it. You've put effort and it's annoying who really have much else personality get more attention. Exactly. He's not funny. He's not cool. He's really just pathetic. And like, I kind of call it as I see it. And then he wants to clap. He has these stupid, pathetic little clapbacks, but he really doesn't have shit. Like he doesn't. Yeah, he'll have these little zoo pictures on his little Twitter, and then he wants to get her Discord, and he wants to cyber stalk her, and it's just like it comes off creepy, it comes off weird, and that's bad enough when I had to deal with somebody harassing people in another ASMR's comment section, including myself, then saying, hearing the phrase, she's not gonna F you, bro, blah blah blah, then them stalking me. Or not stalking me, but kind of like saying a bunch of crap. And then when I basically, like, the same creator, basically used to be more friendly towards me. Now it's like she doesn't even want me there. And it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Then to add a spiteful like thing of, like the guy, literally nothing happens. Yeah. You did feel like it was a red flag the first time I saw his name. Yeah. It's like, the thing is, there's another guy in another comment section that has like very stalkerish behavior. And when I see him in Lavender's, like not the same guy, but like, see, who, it's like, it comes off similar. At least he's not saying like the same stuff like this guy says, like, basically about very innuendo-ish, making fun of people, stuff like that. I think that's why I got pissed. I don't care if he meant it as a joke, but it pissed me off so much. And if you can find it, but he said, donate to her Patreon or something, blah, 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 you losers. And it really, I got pissed. I got so mad. And I know that's why Lavender hearted things and she had to respond, because she said, well, he probably just meant it as a joke. I said, no, I'm going to call a bullshit. I'm going to say, you try to clean it back, but I was like, no, you don't get the right to call people losers. Which other guy is it in Laughs Chat? No, there's another ASMR person, and it's not in Laughs Chat. It's somebody else, luckily. But it was someone that I used to follow, and she came to some of my streams, but now it's just like she wants nothing to do with me, and I kind of like, I don't care. But back to the Lavaham. Oh yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, exactly. He basically said that, and it was like, it ran right through me, because it's like, not everybody has the fucking money. I don't give a shit. You could clarify it's a joke. You didn't clarify it was a joke. It was deliberate being an asshole. And then when you get called out on it, now it's a joke. Now it's made for laughs. It's not even fucking funny. It's not funny. If you knew people had different things, it's like, I've been working my ass off to get my stuff printed. Like, I've been working my ass off to help somebody with their comic. I've been doing tons of different digital stuff, and I'm now redoing, like, getting like a painting done, which I haven't painted in forever. And the thing is, for me, it comes off a bit insulting. It's like, you work your ass off, and you're trying to get noticed. You're trying to do so much, and it's bad enough to see other people succeeding where you feel like you're failing, and you're not. Like, your YouTube videos are doing shit. You're doing all this work, and it's not paying off. Yeah, it looks great, by the way. Thank you. And you're putting all this work and it feels like nothing's going right, and then to add to insult, basically add to insert, fucking stutter, add insult to injury, just the level of just bullshit. Like, what pisses me off about it is that the idea that the motherfucker, it's like, he knows I don't like him. He knows I don't give a shit. I'll just say it as I see it. I don't like his ass. He knows it. He still, I think that's why I think that's like, he knows I don't like him. And here's my thing. Most of you guys are fine, but him, no. I have a very low tolerance for like very simpy bullshit type behavior. I don't care. It's very weird and inappropriate. And that's kind of why I called it out on Twitter, where I was like, or just like very, like, I kind of just called it as I saw it, and it's like, get a room. Like, she tried to flirt back with him, and it's like, don't feed into that shit. If somebody in my own comment section was like, if it was a girl, I would not be doing that shit. Hell, it's like, it's very weird as it is, because then, I could get majorly in trouble with like stuff. I don't care. Even if I was a girl, I don't think I'm the type that would do that type of, like, let people talk that way. Like, I understand some stuff of it. It's just like, for me, I don't find it funny. I don't find it cool. I find it weird. I find it off. Maybe, for her, it's like, I guess, flattery, but I don't see it as flattery. I see some of it as just fake as fuck, and all it is guys wanting something out of her to please this fucking fantasy they have. And for me, I don't like that type of behavior. I have a zero tolerance for it. If somebody did that shit with me, yeah, I agree. I think Lad just sees it as joking around, but it's still weird for anyone else. Yeah, exactly. And I don't see it. Here's the thing. She sees it as joking around. The normal, here's she's ignoring the red flags, and she's either she's super oblivious, but it's the thing. Here's the thing. There was an ASMRist that I knew that kind of talked to me like a child. Gumdrop, blah, 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 saying stuff. That same one wants nothing to do with me now. Is that she's like very, and she only responded to me on my channel after I addressed this whole thing of this guy harassing me and other people. It's like, now she addressed me, and then she doesn't address me as like from my name. She doesn't address me as this or that. She actually addresses me as the title, which she's never done before. She doesn't, and now it's like she waits months on end. Then she responds. But the thing is, here's my problem, is that if someone's harassing people in their comment section, I think you would put enough effort into doing something about it. If you are acknowledging about it, I don't even think Lav. I think if Lav saw any of us harassing somebody else or making fun of them or saying this or that, or saying, making fun of, like, if I actually called out his bullcrap, because that's what I did when I saw his thing, she responded like that. She saw it and responded. Of course, she defended him, but she at least responded. I think that's where, and this is not Lav, what I'm talking about right now, but this is somebody else, but it still applies. I think here, my problem is that with her is that she needs to, I don't know, she needs to be less oblivious to some guy's intentions. And I'm saying this as a guy. You know, I've had women pull the same shit on me. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm not going to let somebody fucking, yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's no, okay, that's the same message. But I think that for me, it comes. I'm saying this because I feel that it kind of needs to be said, and like, it's her fucking channel. She does whatever she wants. I'm not gonna sit there and discount her. She's earned her success. I might feel a little envious a little bit. And I'm going to be honest. I'll be a little bit honest. Guys know guys best, and that's why we don't trust them. Exactly. Because like I've been trying to get my channel, the YouTube videos at least up in views, and it's hard to do that. And I'm not an ASMRist. I'm not, I don't have the same level of charisma or talent, or mainly I'm not a woman. I'm not someone with boobs. Like I'm a guy. I'm not appealing in some regards, as some people would find appealing. Like, I'm not appealing. And at least I acknowledge it. Like I'm not a woman. I'm not sexy. I'm not an ASMRist. I'm not this. I'm not that. At least I know that. But I'm also not blind to sit there and think that I'm stupid. Because the thing is, I know that when it comes to stuff, I wish things were easier for me. But yeah, well, you got to the point there. There's no, yeah, exactly. That's true. But the thing is, at least I don't have any female simps, so that's good too. But the thing is, for me, it's like mainly my audience is younger and not older. So I don't have to worry about a lot of problems. Well, I do, kinda. I take that back. I kind of have to be careful. Extremely. Um, because I don't want any like controversies, like freaking end up on Drama Alert or something. Artist, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. It's like making prejudgments on my character, and I'm some type of pedo or something, and I'm not. Never would be, but still. uh, it's just for me. It's like it's very frustrating, you know. Yeah, you're not a Minecraft. Yeah. Well, not all Minecraft YouTubers are that way, but yes, I get your point. No, the thing is for me is you'll beat the allegations. Haha. Yeah. But the thing for me is that I'm not very as lenient to, stuff, because I find if here's the thing, it's partially why I'm very, I guess, a little bit envious, is that I don't get the same luxuries as like her, because like I can't set up some of the stuff that I would like to. I would love to have a throne. I would love to have some of the equipment and some of that stuff. I would like to have people that are loyal subscribers that'll come and watch when I'm in a live stream and have like 25 or 30 people there. I would love to have all that. But, it's not as simple for me, because not hardly anybody is interested in what I have to do. Compare that to her, like, I'm not sounding like an asshole, I'm just being genuine. You compare, and then you see, oh, there's a big difference. It's like, I'm not being a jerk when I say that. I'm being genuine. It's just the thing of like, you notice there's a clear difference, because you're doing something that is different, that's not as appealing to an audience, no matter how hard you try at it, no matter what, much work you put into doing it, not many people are going to find it interesting and care. And I found this out the hard way. And I've been trying, but it's like extremely difficult, Like you can scream at the top of your lungs and people just do not care, no matter how hard you try. And it kind of sucks, that is the knee-jerk response, is basically, I hear you, man. I'm not an artist, but I understand you. Yeah. And plus, like, when you already feel unappreciated from, like, just family side of things, and then you feel unappreciated on the YouTube side of things, and you just feel like no matter how hard you're working, it's just not, nobody gives a shit. It's just like, that's what sucks about it, is that, you're putting all this effort, and then people are wanting you to do other things, or they just want you to quit so like you can, and just give up your dream, and just because, and I don't know, it's just, I guess for me, also I'm getting paint all over the stupid glove probably, but I don't care. And I'm probably screwing this up, but I don't care because I have a picture of the original before I painted it, so I'm just going to try to do it digital anyways. So it's just me kind of doing a pencil, painting a little bit of the original version, which I'm going to probably redo anyways, as like a digital thing, because it just doesn't look right. But I don't care. But I guess for me, it's super frustrating. Like, I guess why maybe that's it could be a bit of envy in my department of like, I envy some things a lot of the time, where I would want things to be better, but they're not. And the way the algorithm is, it's super punishing because they expect you to have 1K, 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 100, 100, 100. And whatever you're doing, you better be damn good at it. And you better have the know-how to push. And if you're not pushing, you better be fucking pushing. And I think that's where hold on to your dream as long as it brings you joy, in the cheap words. I know. Yeah, you're fine. I know. I guess it's hard to hold on to it when it's just like, it feels like it's not worth it sometimes. It's like, the whole point of doing this whole channel was to, to really show what it is I can do. And the only times I've gotten 1K views, or what's it called, at least in a short, I can't even get that in a video. It's like, it sucks. And the thing that sucks about it is that they were not even for art or none of that. It's just like, basically what it was I did I clipped Hasbin Hotel, edited some of the stuff, and put it into a short, and that's what got 100 views. And it's like, really? Media stuff? That's it? Like, it's kind of disheartening a little. It's like, that's what gets me more views? That's what I'm having to work with? It's like, I can't even get donations. I can't even do this or that. I don't have the equipment. And then like, and what really pissed me off is I actually brought that up. And because like the guy, Mr. Simp himself saw something I said, and then yeah, the algorithm is really shitty on that front. Yeah. And I said, you know, I'm not like Lav. I don't get the luxury of having the equipment. I don't get the luxury of getting people viewing my videos. I don't get the luxury of having this or that, or the knowledge of even how to do it. Like, I have a learning disability. I have my own problems and weaknesses. I don't get the luxury of getting a throne because I don't know or trust how it is. And because, you know, I still, because of college stuff and because of other reasons, I still live with my father. You know, it's like I don't get that luxury of, you know, I don't want to dox or have problems, and I can't have anything in my name because of personal reasons. And it's not because he's controlling, it's because more or less I'm adopted, state stuff, reasons with autism crap, and them paying, so I don't get the luxury of doing a lot of things. And for me, I can't. Just can't. I can't have a throne. I can't have a Patreon or do this or that. And the thing is, I actually have to have people to help me set certain things up. I had to have somebody help me set up the Twitter. I had to have help setting up the TikTok account where I post on stuff. Big oof on that front. Exactly. And it sucks. You know, I don't have the money to get anything. I can't make the money on YouTube because the algorithm just will not push my stuff. And no matter what I'm doing, it's just not working for me. And it kind of sucks, you know. You're and I wish it was better, you know. You know, that maybe that's why I do envy a little bit of things. Like I'm worked my butt off to get certain things done, and then have certain things like people, certain types of people, like the simp, you know, just come in and all they do is sweet talk. All they do is like, oh, it's like they're like blowhards. They're like, oh, you taste so good. Oh. It's like, fuck off. Fuck off. It's like the Republican Party right now. Oh, Donald, you taste so good. Oh. I'm sorry, I have to be honest. It's literally what it is. It's just like it's a bunch of shit. What an impression. Yes. I pulled a terrorizer. But nah, I get tired. You ain't wrong though. Yeah. I get tired of it, you know? It's like I work my ass off on the shit that I do. And it's like here's what really makes me mad. Okay? Like I get some of them weren't perfect, but I would at least expect like, oh yeah, like something on the community post, like showing it off. Give me something. Like say, like maybe I sound a bit petty or egotistical, but I worked my ass off, you know, at least on Summit. I don't know where they are. I think they're upstairs. I think I got them printed. Give me a second. I'll show them to you real quick. Hold on. I think they're upstairs. I have them on a piece of paper. Give me a second. I got them printed. never mind. I can't find them. For some reason, I had them printed. But I lost where I put them. I'm holding, what's wrong? No, you're fine. I'm trying to find the pictures I did, but they're not there, so I'll just show it to you through the computer. But yeah, I can't seem to find them anyways. Plus, it gives a good time for this to dry. No worries. Yeah. Can't find the printed versions. I'll just show off the digital ones. Crap. Plus, I think maybe I sound petty. Maybe I sound kind of like an asshole. But for me, I've never been one to like having to compete or one to like feeling invisible, especially when it comes to like, man, yeah, digital works. Yeah. Hold on. My biggest thing for me was I've always had to compete for anything. Because, like Zuko from Avatar, when it comes to my sister, it was pretty much that for me. When growing up, that was my life. That was me having, or pretty much anything. She got the benefit, the coddling, and pretty much all the attention, and she was the golden child growing up, and I had to struggle. Avatar reference. Let's go. Pretty much, yeah. Actually, hold on. But I pretty much, what the heck? Square, yeah. I pretty much, I mean, it's not a happy one, but still, yeah. But for me, it's more or less, maybe you don't show your code on stream. Yeah, I'm not going to. That's why I freaking turned the camera. When I realized what I was about to do. The thing for me is that I don't like having to feel invisible or second best to anyone. And when it comes to my dear sister, that is what it felt like. There it is. Bingo. So they're rough versions, but there is this one, that one. That one was optional. This one was like 50-50, and I was working on some other ones for memberships that I thought would be cool, custom design wise, and I thought it would be cool. She seemed to really like this one, the lavender in front of a scroll. Some pretty cool stuff, yeah. But I didn't have really the luxury of, I don't know what's on this, and it pisses me off. I'm going to clean it real quick. There's something on my drawing tablet that I need to clean. Please. Zoom in on the flower one, right on the top. Okay. If I can, if it'll let me. There we go. It goes, dang it! Shit! Can't scroll down because it won't let me. I don't know how to spray or clean this tablet. But yeah, technical difficulties. Well, kinda. I can show you if I power the tablet on. Just zoom. But basically, there we go. But they're beautiful for flowers. Yeah. The idea was it was lavenders, to be very frank, and I was supposed to be some pretty cool ideas for membership little icons. I thought some of it was pretty cool, where basically, the ideas were it would be something kind of fancy or stuff like that. I even thought of I thought of some funny ones that I thought would be pretty cool, and maybe some ones that were fitting as references to a few streams and whatever, because I like to work on stuff for people when I'm not doing. And this is not the only time I've done logos. I was working on something for another channel that actually, like the name on the scroll. Yeah, I would have put a name on the scroll or something, like maybe something else. I don't know what I could have done, but when I'm not working on prints, sometimes I'll dabble in doing logos and like different stuff. Like that was the plan, was like to do like maybe a name, or maybe just put something like as a reference to the, stream, or like basically have like a one that would have had like an army helmet with like some lavenders at the bottom, and it would have said Lav Army. Or with a little peace symbol with like another scroll, but it'd be in a different like format, and it would be like live lav love or something, like with a reference to one of her streams or stuff like that. And the thing for me is that, like, that's epic. I genuinely love these. Thank you. The thing was that I don't think she seemed as, like, I was hoping it would have got her attention, and maybe I was hoping to, like, maybe she follow me on Twitter so I can send them to her privately. And I've asked a couple times, and nothing. But she did follow him back, the simp. So immediately after seeing his thing. So that was great. That was a major kick to the confidence. I freaking tried to do something work for her, and immediately ignored, and then seeing that, it was like, fuck's sakes. But yeah, when I'm not doing prints, I mainly sometimes like to do logo stuff or ideas. I've thought about doing thumbnails, but I've been trying to do some comic stuff when I can. Posters, just whatever I can get done. Even icons. I did this one for Terraiser and Nogla. Yeah, I've definitely noticed that the inferiority levels are irrelevant to how much it was planned out, my theory. Yeah, I definitely noticed the interaction levels of the equally how much is planned out, and that's my theory. Yeah. I planned to do some cool stuff, and I genuinely, even if it was somewhat unfinished, I would have genuinely thought that if someone cared enough, they would have at least took a little bit of pride and say, hey, you know, you did this cool work. I'll definitely, I get she does all this stuff, and even I want to do some of it. Yeah. You got a lot of variants there, man. Yeah, I have a lot of them. I have like a total of like a lot of prints. I have from comic stuff to references to whatever it is I need to do for the specific time that I need to do it. For instance, like with this one, which I can pull it up for stuff just to show on stream. My original plan, and this is why probably she didn't care as much. This is the one that I was trying to have something French themed or France themed that I wasn't too sure how to do it. And I thought maybe a giant L or something, or maybe I would have probably did, regretting it now. Basically, a bouquet of lavenders as like a logo little design. And you know what really pisses me off is that most likely, you want to know what the worst part is? That if that simp did any of the things that I do, that then she would pay more attention. Like that would be the stuff she would be grabbing. But because it's me, I'm invisible. Nobody cares. And I sound like a petty child. I sound like, nee, but I work my ass off. I've always tried to be impressive in some regards enough to where people would take notice and actually give a shit. And when you see, you kind of get a bit disheartened by all the bullshit. And it sucks. Yeah, I can probably say that I give a shit. Yeah. I have a bit of ADHD too myself, so I guess we both have that in common. Duplicate, and I can maybe move these around, or maybe I can, I know what I can do. What am I doing? Oh, right, it's not turned up all the way. I don't know. It's fuck it. Fuck it. It's not like my phone. But my thing was that I wanted to try and make these little membership icons. Yes, fuck it. Yes, indeed. I wanted to make these little membership icons or something that would have been better, like little fonts that actually fit, with her stuff instead of those stupid cats. My thing is, if somebody has a membership, I want it to actually look fitting, or it's something that works, so to speak. At least with Terrorizer's stuff, which is a YouTuber I follow, he has little icons that are fitting and stuff like that. And I'm very picky. Haha, the bloody cats. Yeah, exactly. I hate them. I don't like them. I don't think they fit her channel at all. And that's why I wanted to do this. And I know she said, like she told me, it's like, well, you shouldn't stress yourself out and, to work on stuff for you. But it's like, it doesn't matter, I have enough stuff as it is. It doesn't matter, even if it isn't, if it is or is for you, it doesn't matter to me because it's basically, you kind of don't care. I know she says, well, don't put words in my mouth that I didn't say, but it's like, in some regards, my battery's at 5%, so I don't care. I kind of feel like she doesn't, it's like, there wasn't really a mention about the icons besides like she said, oh yeah, these look great. It's like you didn't give it a second thought, it's like you liked really one of them, but it was like actions speak more than words. Yeah, exactly. It's like I kind of feel like remember Dr. Facilier? What did he say in freaking he was talking about it in like Princess of the Frog, where he's like not giving you the second glance, or it was like this or that, and it was like, it's kind of like that. That's kind of how I feel. It's like you work your ass off, you do stuff for people, you try to do the work that you think would genuinely be impressive, and sometimes you're happy with it, sometimes you're not, but you still do the work, right? And then push comes to shove, nobody cares. And, maybe it's me sounding petty, but at least it's not, for me, it comes from a place of always feeling, time and effort still went into it, and it does deserve a minimum of some attention. Yeah, exactly. And I know it's not as impressive as maybe some of the stuff she already has. It's like minimally, all it is like maybe a couple lines. And it doesn't have the same level of care or shading, and maybe it could be better. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I can't speak for her. She hasn't been to one of my streams in like forever. Not that she would. She's not as small time as she was before. And I don't expect anyone to be at my streams. I don't care. For me, it's not about, it's not a popularity contest as it is just kind of like, I don't know. I guess there's a part of me that just wants to feel somewhat appreciated, where I feel less mentally off, if that's even a word, so to speak. Like, I could sit here and do the shading on this and fix it just perfectly, but it's not going to change the fact that it's still not really something, apparently it's just not something she would want. It's not anime related. It's not the way she gets her thumbnails, because I tried doing thumbnails for people and my work isn't really as great as people would want it to be, which kind of sucks, a little disheartening, but it's like I keep trying. Still not good enough. And maybe I sound petty. Maybe I sound childish. I know I do. But I appreciate you. I know that it's just, yeah, it's fine. No, it's good, man. I get it. And I appreciate it a lot. I don't know. Maybe what I would hope for. I don't know if you hang out in like her Discord or something. But, you know, my thing is, for me, if I ever get more of these done, and, you know, I offered to do a lot. She's got a Discord. Apparently, from what I understand, last night, it was mentioned. And my phone's about to fucking die. Just great. 1%. Oh, well. Stream's about to go kaput in a couple minutes. I got a battery warning a couple minutes ago with 5%, but oh well. Shit. But apparently, yeah. I don't have Discord, so I don't get that luxury. Among other things. Yeah, quickly before it ends. You got this. I hope so. I'm hoping to get maybe some more views on the channel. Videos have been doing kind of shit lately. Not joking. Literally shit. The art blog did terrible, and I put a little bit of work into it yesterday. I tried to make sure it's a fight to get it working from my phone. Can't edit with this because it hardly works. But regardless, yeah, I think I'm gonna end it. Yeah, I shall contribute. Yay! Share them around if you want. Some of them do well, some of them don't. I can tell. I know why partially because I quit mint crap. But I'll see you next time, man. Before my phone dies, I might as well end it just in case. Need to charge my phone. You have a good one, man. And yeah.